Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A 1-year-old who was killed by his babysitter's dogs will be laid to rest later today. What's next in this case, including a new ruling by the judge?
The search at a southeast Bexar County landfill seems to be over, but why local authorities are stopping their search for Suzanne Simpson there?
And the Texas Supreme Court has halted the scheduled execution of a man convicted of killing his 2-year-old daughter. Why that decision was made overnight. All right, we've made it to the end of the work week here. It is Friday, October 18th. Good morning to everyone out there. Jeff, how you feeling on this Friday?
You already know I love me some Fridays. And something special, obviously, you probably will notice this about a lot of the talent today, wearing pink, even people behind the scenes wearing pink, because obviously Breast Cancer Awareness Month, something we got to put out there big time, because I know all of our families in some form or fashion has been hit by it.
Absolutely, yes.
But before we get into all the stuff in the show, you guys already know you walked outside, and once again, do the little shimmy. You got the little shimmy?
I got a little shimmy, going on here.
Yes, indeed.
That's just because it's the weekend, yo.
It feels good. It's not as cold as yesterday morning, but it still feels great nonetheless. Heading to the bus stop at this hour. Know that temperatures will be in the upper 50s, close to 60. So you may want a light jacket, but you won't need it this afternoon. We're up around 80 for a high. Partly to mostly cloudy skies later today. It could yield a couple sprinkles too. We're not too optimistic about our rain chances today and this weekend, but there are some small chances there. Let me show you the temperatures right now. We're at 61 in San Antonio, 55 in New Braunfels. You go out west, there's a little bit more cloud cover, and that is keeping temperatures up. It is 70 in Del Rio, 68 in Eagle Pass. And then some of these clouds that may build east towards San Antonio a little bit later today. We saw quite a bit of cloud cover yesterday, and I think we'll also see that over the weekend. So 82 Saturday, 83 Sunday, not a bad weekend. And there are some small rain chances there, 10%, that's it. So what we see over the weekend, if we see anything at all, is going to be very, very light. What about next week? Do we have any changes, any pattern changes that'll lead to some rain? We'll discuss all of that coming up in just a couple minutes, but let's look at traffic this morning. How are things right now?
All right, Justin. Yes, starting off your Friday morning here with our traffic authority TransGuide cameras, taking a look at 37 and Hackberry. Traffic looking pretty good out there for our drivers on the southeast side of town. Just dealing with some overnight construction in other parts of the city. That would be I-10 west at Woodlawn Avenue. Also taking a look here at some construction going on 1604 and I-10, where there will be another major round of construction closures over this weekend. We're going to talk about that throughout the rest of our morning here on GMSA at 5 o'clock as we give you one more look at 281 at the Quarry. Traffic looking pretty good across many parts of the city of San Antonio. Jaffney?
All right, thank you, RJ. Well, the family of this beautiful 1-year-old who was killed by his babysitter's dogs is one step closer to laying their baby boy to rest. His name was Drought Johnson. Funeral services are scheduled for today. His family held an open visitation for their son yesterday. Family, friends, and even strangers showed up to pay their respects. Drough's dad, Julian, had one request. He wanted people to remember his son for his smile, laugh, and how he always wanted to wave hello and blow kisses. According to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, Drought was attacked by and killed by his babysitter's dogs on October the 7th. BCSO says that Heather Rodriguez was supposed to be watching the baby, but instead left the child with her 13-year-old daughter.
The sheriff had said that it seemed that Heather was more concerned about the dogs.
You're worried about an animal? Where's the humanity in you worrying about an animal over what that animal did?
Yesterday in a hearing, a judge ruled that the 3 dogs involved should be euthanized. It's something that Julian agrees with, but Rodriguez does have 10 days to appeal that decision. Right now, Rodriguez is facing multiple charges of injury to a child and endangering a child for the injuries to Jiraiya and her 13-year-old.
Well, for the past few days, search crews have been scouring a southeast Bexar County landfill for any clues in the Suzanne Simpson case. Now crews are calling off the search at the landfill for the missing mother of 4. That's according to DPS Sergeant Dion Cockrell. At one point, crews seemed certain that they would find Suzanne in that landfill, saying that all the information that they've gathered led them to this area. But now they say that there is no evidence of Suzanne being there. Suzanne was last seen 2 Sundays ago, and there are reports of a physical altercation between her and her husband, Brad Simpson. He is facing charges of assault, family violence, and unlawful restraint, but he is not facing any charges in connection to Suzanne's disappearance at this time.
A San Antonio councilman tried to block a controversial semi-truck dealership with a trick. Doggett Freightliner has been trying to since last year to get a 16-acre corner of its property near I-10 and 1604 annexed into the city under zoning that would allow a dealership. Well, the plan was up for council approval. However, both the plan and the plan to stop it blew up. Doggett's representative said that local councilman Jalen McKee Rodriguez told him he would push the vote on the plan to a later meeting. Instead, he tried to cut it off at the knees in a surprise maneuver, attempting to annex the property under different zoning that would kill the plan and for a dealership and Doggett's backup plan to use it as parking.
But I let the applicant know we were going to be either denying it or doing this. It was going to be withdrawn, and it was going to continue to dangle over my constituency's head.
After the councilman's surprise attack, Doggett's attorney says that they'll likely pivot and build the dealership in a less desirable spot across the street where it would already be allowed. Since the original location is still in the county, the city can't stop Doggett from using it as overflow parking. The city could try to annex the land once Doggett begins using it as parking, but by then its use would be grandfathered in.
All right, now a story that's made a lot of headlines not only here in Texas but across the country. The Texas Supreme Court has halted the scheduled execution of a man who would have become the first person in the U.S. to be put to death for a murder conviction tied to a diagnosis of shaken baby syndrome. The late night ruling to spare, for now, the life of Robert Roberson capped a flurry of last-ditch legal maneuvers and weeks of public pressure from both Republican and Democratic lawmakers. You see him right there. Those lawmakers say that he is innocent and was convicted based on flawed evidence. Roberson was convicted of killing his 2-year-old daughter back in 2002. And this morning, President Biden and Vice President Harris both say that the killing of a major Hamas leader by Israeli troops is for a good day for the world.
Yes, they're calling it an opportunity to free the hostages held by terrorist group and end the war in Gaza. That Hamas leader, you know him as Yahya Sinwar. He's considered to be the mastermind behind the October 7th terror attack on Israel that prompted war in Gaza. The Israel Defense Forces says that he was killed in the Gaza Strip. U.S. officials say that this development might breathe some new life into ceasefire talks. It's good news right there that came through, and I know a lot of people had some type of sigh of relief. Whatever side of the aisle you believe on that guy being taken out is good news for this war.
Yeah, we've had a lot of big international headlines, state headlines, and of course following the latest local news here as we get to 61 degrees right now, 5:07 on your Friday morning.
A group of local high schoolers is working to make sure that the Alamo
for emergency vehicles. We will hear one woman's story involved in a crash that ended with her having to get both of her legs amputated.
Taking a live look outside. Happy Friday, y'all. Good morning, San Antonio. Thanks for waking up with us. Again, we have so much coming your way, including what everybody needs to know when they walk out the door. Those beautiful temperatures Justin Horn has for you. Welcome back. It is 5:11. San Antonio is the fastest growing city in the United States, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. And as more people come to the Alamo City, one group of high schoolers want to make sure that it can stay accessible for everyone.
All right. MacArthur High School students are offering free American Sign Language classes for the next 7 weeks. Our Devin Karp is hanging out with us here in the studio on this Friday morning to share why and how you can learn a new language. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, guys. Usually when you walk into a classroom, you'd expect to hear anything besides silence. But inside Mr. Kitterman's classroom in MacArthur High School, that's what you'd hear when the students are practicing their ASL. Now, these students practice every day inside and outside of class to learn a new language and immerse themselves in deaf culture. Because they say, like any language, ASL isn't always one that has a one-to-one translation of English. There's different phases and movements that make up unique ways to have conversation. Now, those free lessons provide a great way that people can learn sign language in an easy way while giving students who lead those lessons valuable teaching experience that they can use to move into a career of interpretation. Students like MacArthur Senior Victoria say they want to expand accessible services for the deaf community as San Antonio continues to grow.
A lot of people have misconceptions when it comes to deaf people. They will think deaf people, they need help or they're in seek of help. They do not need help. They actually want to just communicate with you and have a conversation with you like I'm having with you now.
Those free classes are going to happen every Sunday evening from 3 to 4 at the Brook Hollow Library for the next 7 weeks. And you don't need to register. You can just show up and they'll help teach you pick up lessons, whatever skill level you're at. Now, there is a little bit of difficulty curve, but you can start off with simple finger spelling using the ASL alphabet like those students taught me. So I'm Dev, N, Carp, KSAT, 12. Still could use a bit of work.
All right, no, that was good
way
stuff,
better
Devin.
than
That was
It's
good
not
stuff.
too hard for everyone else.
Awesome sauce. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Devin.
Yeah, and that was a great story, too.
It really was.
Highlighting that class. I think about, especially during those disasters, the hurricanes, we always see the ASL interpreters back there because it's so important to get that message out to those individuals that need that help.
Great story, Devin. It is 5:13, 61 degrees outside.
Well, a local woman had to have both her legs unfortunately amputated following a terrible crash. YC says that the Texas move over or slow down law definitely needs an upgrade.
Taking a live look right now at TransGuide. If you see roadways right there, you see traffic is flowing just smoothly. We're going to keep your commute up to date throughout this morning. Welcome back. It is 5:16. Okay, so many of us have had that nerve-wracking experience of being pulled over on the side of the road for whatever reason. Your lights are flashing and you're just hoping and praying that other drivers see you enough to move over or at the very least slow down as they pass you on the highway. Well, one Texas woman unfortunately wasn't so lucky, but is alive today to tell her traumatic story to prevent her trauma from being someone else's reality. She tells me why she's joining AAA's advocacy to strengthen Texas's move over laws to include not just emergency vehicles, but all stopped vehicles on the side of the road.
In an instant, my entire life changed. I went from a normal person that was doing their life to having to learn how to redo life in a completely different way.
By a different way, Heather Haynes means learning to live without her legs. 17 years ago, she was in a car accident in Austin. But it wasn't her specific car accident that would ultimately change her life forever.
Pulled over to the side of the road after the accident, and another car came and hit us, and I was standing in between the two cars.
She says it happened so fast, trauma so intense, paramedics had to amputate both of her legs at the scene before rushing her to the hospital.
It was a split second on the side of the road. We were there for not quite 30 seconds before I had hopped out of the car and another car had hit us.
From that day on, Haynes would spend years in physical therapy and seeking others like her to learn how to get back to a normal life.
Learned how to walk and then do all the other things that I wanted to do, bike and wakeboard and ski, all of those kind of things.
Fortunately today, Haynes is walking, but for a bigger purpose in life.
I am just a gentle reminder to everyone to slow down, be aware, don't be distracted with things within your car, and everybody can get to their destination.
Inspiring story right there. So tomorrow is the National Move Over Day. And while both Haynes and AAA continue to push for stronger move over laws, they want all drivers, no matter what the day is, to remain alert, avoid distractions, look out for any stopped vehicles, emergency or not. And then when you see these situations, slow down or move over one lane away from the people and their stopped cars. That is so important. And again, we've all been in those situations where you're standing at the side of the road and you can just feel the wind. Move your vehicle because someone is just going a little bit too fast. So either way, hopefully this will kind of raise awareness that that law does need to include everybody and hopefully can prevent horrible situations like that what happened to Mrs. Haynes.
Amen.
Yeah, and you always have to remind folks too, especially when we see our tech stock crews out there working, move over, give them space to do their work out there because they obviously are trying to clear out some of these individuals that get stalled out there on the roads there as well. So good stuff there, Jaffney. All right, let's check out our traffic authority with some of our TransGuide traffic cameras again. 35 at San Marcos, traffic looking pretty good out there. Right now, the only thing we're seeing is some overnight construction, and now we do have a stalled vehicle on I-10 West at Presa Street. So that's going to be there on the south side, basically south of the downtown area. So that's something to keep in mind if you're headed out right now. south of downtown I-10 West at Presa Street. The only thing we're seeing at the moment, y'all.
All right, it's time to just ask Justin. Justin,
Oh, the Friday remix.
Hey,
The remix.
let's go.
Okay, we already got some votes, and that's good. So, where did the practice of carving jack-o'-lanterns originate?
All right.
Was it the
Hey.
United States, Canada, Ireland, or Great Britain? So far, Ireland leads the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, a little geography
I have
for you.
okay, now you lost me.
That's a shame.
We'll figure it out. We
I
got
was
it.
just going to go off of like urban legends, like Sleepy Hollow, that sort
Yeah.
of thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Is
That's
that a hint?
So,
Good
we got
connection.
50% Great Britain
It's
now.
half and
okay,
half.
So
You can vote. Go to ksat.com/poll. Scan that QR code. We'll reveal the answer next hour. So think about it. We're getting into that spooky season, which is very exciting. Okay. Drought monitor came in yesterday. It wasn't great news, guys. We had, this is last week's drought monitor, okay? And I want to show you the difference. So we were already starting to see drought creep back in, and now look where we are with the most recent drought monitor. It's gotten worse. So we're starting to see extreme drought build back in. You got moderate to even severe drought here around San Antonio. So this is getting worse rather quickly, and it's something that meteorologist Mia Montgomery and I were talking about yesterday, how badly this is getting in a very short amount of time. She wrote a great article on KSAT.com. You can read a little bit more about it, but I know the farmers around here are really struggling. This is not what we want to see, and it would be great if we could get some rain in here. Unfortunately, it's just not looking great for that. And by the way, you look across the state, we're not the only ones. Red River Valley starting to see some bad drought creep in. And then there across far west Texas, not a great situation down in the Big Bend. Let's go outside for you. It is 61 right now, 58 in New Braunfels, 60 in Converse, upper 50s for Bernie and Kerrville. Pretty uniform numbers, but it feels great. I mean, this is the kind of morning that we love around here. Not too cold, but cold enough. If you want to go for that morning run or morning walk, it's Friday. Get outside, enjoy it. 57 right now, Bernie, 59 Canyon Lake, 57 New Braunfels, 57 in Gonzales. It's nice no matter where you go. Our forecast today takes us into the 60s by, I'd say, mid-morning, and then noontime 74. Partly to mostly cloudy skies. You are going to see a bit more cloud cover today, and I think over the weekend as well. And notice there is a 10% chance of rain mixed in there. Very, very small chance. And I think we'll see a couple of showers here and there Saturday and Sunday. These are not going to be significant showers, though. If you see a little bit of rain, it's going to be more or less a sprinkle or two. It will not fill up the rain gauge. But we will see clouds, and that'll keep temperatures in check. By next week, though, clouds try to clear out a little bit, and then it gets much warmer. We're back up near 90. And unfortunately, rain staying out of the forecast for the most part.
But some good Friday night football weather.
Yes, indeed. We'll have a forecast for that.
let's do it.
Good stuff out there. All right, Justin, thank you very much. 5:23 right now, 61 degrees outside.
No Wimby, CP3, Jeremy Sohan, or Keldon Johnson for the Spurs against the Houston Rockets last night. Why the team just couldn't overcome a first half deficit.
All right, 5:26 here on your Friday morning. Spurs at Rockets last night, and mercifully here, the final night of the preseason.
Yeah.
Get the preseason out of the way because we had no Wemby, no CP3, no Jeremy Sohan, no KJ out there for the silver and black, and it definitely showed in the end.
This is how it went down. First quarter action, Zach Collins in the paint, spins and feeds Julian Champagne for a slam dunk. Spurs on the run after Rockets miss, and then Trey Jones goes over the top to Stephon Castle for a jam. This was tied at 31 after one, and then Houston dominated the second quarter using a 19-0 run to take control, and they led 68-49 at halftime.
Yeah, it was pretty much over at that point. Third quarter here, the Spurs cannot dig out of that hole. We see Trey Jones getting in some work. He drives, passes the ball, kicks it out to Harrison Barnes. Hey, Harrison Barnes stepping up and playing on the preseason action there. Barnes scored 12 points in this one. A little bit later, Spurs big man Zach Collins finds Malachi Branham for a nice dunk there in the baseline. Nice pass by Zach. coming back after injury there. So KSAT 12, check this out. For our former news director, Bernice Carney there with her husband, Paul. Very cool to see them. We definitely miss Bernice here at KSAT 12. She was rocking the Manu jersey representing Ginobili. All right, the Spurs had a lot of firepower in the bench. Obviously, end of the preseason. Just wanted to get out of here with no major injuries. Shout out to Bernice.
I know. That's awesome. We got the Spurs. They will open a regular season next Thursday at the Dallas Mavericks. So,
yes.
You know what? I wish there was a job to make sound effects for every time the ball go in the hole. I literally think I'd get paid for that.
I think you'd be a Sports Center anchor or something like that. Boom shakalaka.
Boom shaka, there you go. Okay, it is 5:28 right now, 61 degrees outside.
All right, so this movie here, Blood In, Blood Out, it was released back in 1993. It's become a cult classic movie, and it has several San Antonio ties. We're going to tell you how Congressman Joaquin Castro wants the film to now be recognized, but others are giving them a little bit of pushback. We're going to talk about that in just a bit.
Coming up at 6, Friday Finds is back. We're checking out the best Halloween candy and treats for you and your family.
Welcome back this morning. What we know now regarding a local 5th grade teacher who is facing drug-related charges this morning.
Plus, both candidates for president are back on the road. We'll tell you where they are headed this weekend.
Plus, the 1993 movie, the gritty Chicano crime drama Blood In, Blood Out, has some major San Antonio ties, while a push to get it part of the National Film Registry is getting some pushback, though, from critics.
Good morning and happy Friday. It is Pink Friday for all of us out there.
You almost wanted to sing that, right? Happy Friday.
I don't want to annoy our viewers. They already probably say that I sing too much. But guys, it's 5:31. You so sweet. Justin has a great voice too. He just
No, I don't. No, I don't. I do sing a lot, but it's not good.
Oh,
so that's the problem. It feels so good outside.
It does.
We've had a good stretch. It's starting to get into that kind of Halloween feel. Mm-hmm. Take a look at this picture, guys. This is from Peggy Ott and Bernie.
Ooh.
Yeah, right?
Love this.
This kind of puts you in the spirit a little bit.
Looking hot.
Good stuff.
I like it. Holding the moon.
Yeah.
That took some time. Thank you very much.
Very artistic.
I like it. I like it, with the lantern and everything. Peggy, well done. Thank you so much. You can send those pictures to KSAT Connect. You can do that, by the way, on the KSAT app, the KSAT weather app. Pretty easy to do, and we love sharing those photos. Yesterday's pollen count, moles were moderate, ragweed was moderate. So if you're having allergy issues, this could be the culprit. Pigweed, I know that is RJ's favorite. It's in the low category, so you don't got to worry about that, RJ. It's good news.
Yeah.
Forecast for today, 65 at 9 o'clock, 74 noon time. We're up to 82 for a high. We'll call it mostly cloudy this afternoon, and there could be a shower or two, mainly south and west of San Antonio. Again, I want to emphasize, if we see any rain, it's going to be really light, but there is a little bit in the forecast. We'll show you that weekend forecast and talk about the football forecast, too, coming up in just a couple minutes. Japhanie?
Yeah, if you're looking out right now, TransGuide, things are looking pretty decent. You got I-35 and San Marcos. You got a lot of traffic moving just fine. The flow is great. I-37 and Jones Avenue, you two are also looking good. Got those construction zones set up. It's typical on our Friday, RJ.
That's right. But do want to let you know about a major closure, though, that we're going to see this weekend. So if you have any plans around the northwest side, the Rim area, the La Cantera area, just keep this in mind. Right now, TxDOT has a planned for this closure. Loop 1604 at I-10. That interchange will be closed in both directions of 1604 and I-10. All 4 cloverleafs will be shut down. This starts tonight at 9 o'clock and runs through Monday, 5 a.m. So again, these things kind of change on a dime a little bit here. Right now, this is the plan out there. So just be prepared for some type of detours or some having to take some alternate options if you're driving out the northwest side of town. Again, this closure taking place starting tonight, 9 o'clock and extending through 5 a.m. On Monday morning. Well, now to a local 5th grade teacher who is facing drug-related charges. Northside ISD police arrested Jessica Perez Morales this week at Martin Elementary School. District police say that her arrest did not involve students or other staffs at NISD. She's worked for the district since 2019.
Hundreds of people have been found dead in Maverick County in the last decades, and most of these people will remain unidentified. With the help of the Texas State University nonprofit Operation Identification, families are giving closure about their loved one's death after years of searching. Operation Identification travels to border towns to fingerprint, document belongings, and to do their best to identify people who die while attempting to cross the border. The full story of how they do this can be found on KSAT.com and tonight on the Night Beat. You can watch part 2 of how Operation ID works. We'll walk you through the process in Maverick County and on campus at Texas State.
Right, interesting story there. Well, the early voting period begins on Monday and goes through Friday, November 1st. Early voting hours will vary depending on the day. Registered voters can cast their ballot at any polling place during this time period, and that thankfully includes the weekends as well. When it comes to voting by mail, not everyone is eligible. To see if you are and able to see if you can vote by mail, download the application here. Scan the QR code that you see on your screen. If you live or you are in Bexar County, you have until October 25th to mail in your application. Then once you get your ballot, the elections office has to receive it by Election Day on November 5th. And one more note here. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will both be scouring for votes in Michigan today as they try to lock down support in this key political background. Harris is scheduled to begin her day in Grand Rapids, Michigan, before holding events in Lansing and Oakland County, which is northwest of Detroit. Trump has had his own event in Oakland County in the afternoon before holding a rally in Detroit later on in the evening. Michigan is one of 3 blue wall states that, along with Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, will help decide this November election.
Early estimates indicate that Hurricane Milton could be one of the top 10 costliest storms in U.S. history. A research firm estimates damages as high as $34 billion. The bulk of the losses are from wind damage due to the unusual nature of the storm. As far as water and storm surge, uninsured flood damage is estimated to be about $4 to $6 billion. The numbers are far less than the estimated $47 billion in damages from Hurricane Helene.
Well, there's good news this morning. If you witnessed any of the recent Northern Lights displays, scientists say that we're likely to witness even more over the next few months. NASA and NOAA say the sun has reached its solar maximum period, which is the peak of its 11-year solar cycle. During this time, the number of sunspots increases, which can cause geomagnetic storms when they hit Earth. They are also responsible for the Northern Lights, and these displays won't be going away anytime soon. Scientists are expecting the solar maximum period could continue for the next year.
Very cool.
Just trying to understand all that. So more Northern Lights, good stuff, yes.
Yes, 5:37, 61 degrees outside.
All right, up next, we're going to tell you why after more than 30 years after its release, a local congressman is pushing for this Chicano crime drama, Blood In, Blood Out, to be part of the National Film Registry.
And looking outside at the city of San Antonio. Good morning, San Antonio, on your Friday. Happy Friday. Of course, we are always in a great mood on today. We got so much more ahead, including your news, sports, and weather. Welcome back. It is 5:40. Of course, you know us at KSAT, hoping that you will join us this Saturday at Hemisphere Park for Light the Night. Hundreds of lanterns will illuminate the sky to celebrate, honor, and remember people impacted by blood cancer. Our very own MC, Daniela Ibarra, you've been seeing her cover a lot of different stories of people impacted by blood cancer. She actually is going to be emceeing the event. You got the complete information about the event right there on that QR code that you can check. And you can also check out ksatcommunity.com.
Well, it's a cult classic movie with several San Antonio ties. You see some of the artwork right here. Blood In, Blood Out was released back in 1993, and U.S. Congressman Joaquin Castro wants the film to be recognized for its contributions to Mexican-American culture and heritage. He spoke with me at the San Antonio Museum of Art recently about the impact that the film has had on generations of Latinos.
It's a story of brotherhood, of addiction, of immigration.
More than 30 years after its release, Congressman Joaquin Castro is pushing for the gritty Chicano crime drama Blood In, Blood Out to be part of the National Film Registry.
You would see if you grew up on the west side of San Antonio or the south side or the east side, it really resonates with a lot of people, and that's why I think it's had a lasting legacy.
The film is set in East LA, but there are several San Antonio connections, including one of its stars, Jesse Borrego, the Southside native who plays Cruz Candelaria.
Jesse Borrego gives an incredible performance as Cruz, the artist. One of the most powerful things in the film is actually the art. And all of that art was produced by a fantastic artist from San Antonio.
One of those works of art painted by Adan Hernandez is displayed inside the San Antonio Museum of Art. The Juanito painting representing innocence and tragedy. The character is the younger brother of Crucito and one who depicts an overdose in the film.
That's a story of a young man who is innocent in the community, who is emulating his older brother, who's addicted to drugs. All of these issues that you see families actually dealing with.
Blood In, Blood Out recently received new life. It's available for streaming for the first time, meaning younger generations can watch the film. But Castro has gotten some pushback from critics who say it promotes gang and prison violence.
This film is different is because it shows the humanity and the brotherhood of a community, and it really gives the full context of the characters and the individuals and the neighborhood and the effects of gangs and drugs and crime.
Castro said the film is also about representation for Latinos in the film and media industry. Less than 5% of the registry's 875 titles focus on stories about Latinos.
The stories that come out of our communities, the creativity that come out of our artists, it helps more people believe that they too can achieve those things, that there is a path for them in Hollywood or in media and entertainment.
All right, yes, the great Jesse Borrego right there. That was video from the San Antonio Museum of Art that they thankfully shared with us. So the Library of Congress will announce the 2024 additions to the registry later on this year in December. We're obviously going to be keeping eyes on whether Blood In, Blood Out makes it. Right now, you can check out that painting, the Juanito painting, on display at the San Antonio Museum of Art.
Okay, I gotta watch this now. I'm like,
okay,
I've never seen it, but you know me.
It's a long movie. It's about 3 hours long, so I would suggest watching it in parts. Maybe 3 different parts. I recently rewatched it. It's on Hulu, and definitely brought back a lot of memories for me growing up in El Paso out there. And so, yeah, I think it's definitely worth watching, Jeff.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Benjamin Bratt's in it. Also, I know Benjamin Bratt is very popular amongst a lot of people as well. So,
ooh, beans, 5:44 right now, 61 degrees outside.
All right, let's give you one look here at TransGuide traffic cameras because we are seeing things move along pretty well across the city. I-10 at the Y and also right there, Callahan Road on the northwest side. We're going to give you one more check of our traffic coming up here in just a bit, and also a check of the weather with the one and only Justin Horn.
Lactate is 100% real milk, just without the lactose. Delicious, too. Just ask my old friend Kevin.
Nothing like enjoying a cold one while watching the game. Who's winning?
No idea. Real milk, real delicious. And don't forget to try some delicious, creamy Lactate ice cream. What's that, Mabel?
Wow. Smart cow.
No more gross cough syrup.
We all want you to feel better.
I want extra TV time or I'll walk.
How about this?
Introducing the Only Kids Soft Chew for medicated cough relief. New Mucinex Children's Mighty Chews are mighty clever.
Welcome back, 5:49 in your morning consumer headlines. Universal Orlando Resort has announced that its highly anticipated new theme park called Epic Universe will open on May 22nd, 2025. So just a little bit more time, just before Memorial Day weekend. The new park will be the largest of the 3 theme parks at the resort, part of a 750-acre development that will more than double the size of Universal's footprint in Orlando. Got to keep it with Disney out there. So Epic Universe will consist of 5 worlds. That would be the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, Super Nintendo World, love that, and How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk. I'm not a How to Train Your Dragon guy, so I'm gonna assume that was an important piece there of that story. Dark Universe and Celestial Park. 3-day tickets would range from $374 to $554 per person, obviously depending on dates.
Okay, gotta get them comfortable sneakers going because my feet be hurting. Yes. All right, so there may be less chocolate to steal from your kids' trick-or-treat bags this Halloween because experts are saying that that's because high cocoa prices are driving consumers to purchase more gummy and fruit treats. There's also a broader range of flavors to choose from. Some examples include Twizzlers, Ghosts, and Sour Patch Kids Apple Harvest Candy. You know, I am actually a sweet candy like that. I'm a tart kind of person.
Like
I don't
sour?
Yeah, I can only handle maybe one bite of chocolate and I'm good. But I'm all about the, you know, Nerds candy, Twizzlers, gummy Airheads, stuff like that. So,
you know, my wife, Christella, put out a candy jar filled with a lot of chocolate, and I was like, all right, yeah, I could contain myself. No, that thing's pretty much like half gone. It's supposed to be for the kids.
Lord bless it. All right, let's head out to the roadways real quick, see what your commute is looking like on this Friday morning. Things are looking great so far from this perspective. US 281 Thousand Oaks got traffic moving along just fine. 281 in St. Mary's, you're also looking the same way, RJ.
That's right. So a couple of things in terms of some stalled vehicles, but obviously not causing too many delays at the moment. That's going to be I-10 west at Presa Street, so south of downtown. Good morning to all my folks down there. And I-35 north at Kohlenberg Road. So keep that in mind if you're headed out right now, as we see a little bit more people out there. 410 at Babcock. And we just saw that shot there at Jackson Keller a little while ago. It's going to be a good night, though. Good night for some football. Cannot wait for that. Good weather.
Yes. Good weekend, too. My Aggies are back in action. I'm excited. Tough game, though, Mississippi State. That's always one of those games where you get a little nervous. We'll see. Anyway, 61 right now, 58 in New Braunfels, 59 Converse, 55 Bernie, 58 in Kerrville. It's another beautiful morning. A little on the cool side in spots. We've got east, northeasterly winds. A lot like yesterday. You may need a light coat for a brief period this morning, and then by this afternoon, we're back in the 80s, and it will feel pretty good. It'll feel fairly warm, actually. Futurecast. This is one of our computer models. Notice by 6 o'clock today, it does want to create a few showers down to the south and west of San Antonio. Entirely possible, but any of these showers that you see are going to be very light. That's why we're keeping rain chances at 10%. It's just not all that great. It'll be insignificant. And I think that's probably the case on Saturday, too. It shows some of this moisture kind of feeding into the area. Possible that you could see a sprinkly shower. Can't rule it out. We're certainly going to see quite a bit more cloud cover over the next few days, but that makes for good football weather. MacArthur versus Bernie. That's one of the games tonight. 7 o'clock, Bernie ISD Stadium. Good luck to both teams. Temperatures will be in the 70s for that. 78 to start, 76 at 8 p.m., 74 at 9 o'clock, and probably in the 60s by the time the game ends. So just like last night, it is good football weather. Let me walk you through the forecast for today. 61 at 8 a.m., 71 at 11 a.m., 74 noontime, 77 1 o'clock, and we're up to 82 for a high today. There are your mostly cloudy skies and that very small chance of a shower or two. How about the weekend? 82 Saturday, 83 Sunday. Pretty similar to today, honestly. Mostly cloudy, 10% chance of a shower. Very quickly, rainfall. We need some. We're some 5 inches below average. You can see where we're hurting the most. San Antonio and Del Rio are some of the places where the drought is at its worst when you're looking at rainfall departure from average. North Texas has been doing okay, but we're starting to see some real deficits showing up here across South Texas. And the precipitation outlook as we get into late October, not great, guys. That shows basically that we'll see average to below average rainfall going forward. And it shows it in this extended forecast here. Nothing really that jumps off the page other than that small chance of a shower or two next few days.
All right.
All right, but still feeling pretty good out there right now. 553 and 61 degrees outside.
All right, let's go through this. If you feel the luck and pull your cards and stuff out, pick 3, 6, 8, 2 with a fireball of 5. You got your daily 4, 8, 1, 9, 3, fireball 0, catch 5, 7, 14, 21, 25, 26, and you got that Texas two-step coming in 7, 10, 13, 23, bonus ball 27. Welcome back. It is 5:57. It's starting to feel like fall. So if you want to head out to a pumpkin patch or corn maze, we have an article on KSAT.com to help you pick a place to visit.
All right. All you got to do is scan the QR code on your screen, and that will take you directly to our website. Besides having these locations listed out, we also have an interactive map that will help you find one of these corn mazes or one of these pumpkin patches near you.
There you go.
Good times. Yeah, this will be a good weekend to do it because Halloween's next weekend, y'all. All right, still ahead at 6 o'clock. Early voting starts on Monday for the November 5th election. What you need to know before you hit the polls next week.
And a group of local high schoolers are working to make sure that the Alamo City stays accessible for everyone. We'll tell you about their free American Sign Languages classes.
All right, we're going to give you a look here at TransGuide before we get into our 6 o'clock hour. Things looking pretty good for the most part out there. Again, I-10 at Presa, only thing that we're seeing at the moment. We'll